So today I will be doing kind of a quick little review on Garnier's new BB cream. Well, not really new, but it is new to me. So I got mine from Priceline in Australia and I paid about $13 for it. So if you're an Aussie like me, that's probably the price range that you're looking at paying. Now, automatically you'll probably think, oh wow, that's quite expensive for something that's kind of more like a tinted moisturiser. But it really isn't. It's kind of more towards a foundation rather than a tinted moisturiser. Now I got mine in the colour medium, but as you can see, it's almost a little bit too dark for my skin tone. My neck, I'll say, is a little bit whiter to the rest of my body, as you'll see. So kind of try and ignore that. But even so, the medium is a little bit orangey toned. So I definitely would say, you know, try it in store and make sure you get your right shade. Now for $13 you get 50 mils, which sounds pretty good, but I'll insert a clip here where I shine a light behind the product and you'll see that the bottle isn't actually completely filled. It's only probably 3/4 of the way filled, which is kind of disappointing, and I know a lot of packaging companies do that, but really if I'm paying $13 I want the full bottle, you know, not like a 3/4 filled thing. So just by looking at that, that was kind of a immediate disadvantage to the product, but I'll go ahead and show you how I apply the product and I'll kind of speak through it of how I recommend that you apply it and what you can do to make it look its best. So I'll go ahead and insert that clip now. Alright, so as you can see, my skin is playing up pretty badly today. I have a pimple on my chin, I have some redness on my cheeks, my under eye circles are pretty bad even though I've got a full night's sleep, and on the side of my face you'll see I have a broken vein, so that kind of shows up as a greeny greyish kind of colour on my skin, which I've always had, it's nothing new, but this will just test out how much the BB cream actually does cover. So I apply mine with a brush. Now I did apply it with my fingers the first time I used it and I absolutely hated it. It didn't apply very nicely, but when I apply it with a brush it goes pretty well. So now that I've finished applying the product, you'll see that the BB cream has evened out my skin tone, but it hasn't completely gotten rid of the redness, say, on my pimple. But for the rest of the face it has definitely evened it out. But when I move my face in the light, you'll see that it looks very, very oily and very greasy. And in person it actually feels that way too. But what I suggest on doing is applying a powder, which I'm going to do right now. Now what this does is it just sets the BB cream on the face so it doesn't look oily and it doesn't move around in the day. Because when I was wearing it, it kind of literally felt like sweat on my face and it was going to just drip off. So I definitely and absolutely recommend that you apply a powder when you use this product. Alright, so that was it for the entire routine. Now what I've found when I've used the BB cream is that it's really, really hydrating to the skin and it stops those flakes from reappearing. So I wouldn't so much as use it on its own, just as an individual product. I definitely would apply powder over the top of it, but it does make everything else apply a lot nicer. So I will say that it makes the skin look a lot nicer, feel a lot nicer, and it makes everything else apply a lot easier and it looks a lot better. I'm saying a lot. So based on the size of the product and the price and the quality, I would probably, if I had to give it out of 3 stars, I'd give it 2, just because it's, 1, not completely filled, 2, it's quite expensive for essentially a nicer, higher end moisturiser, 3, it's a little bit too hydrating to the skin in the point that it makes you look a little bit oily. But anyways, that's my opinion of this product. So would I recommend it to other people? Yes, if you have dry skin. If you have oily skin, hell freaking no. But I definitely think it's going to be one of those products that is different for everybody depending on their skin type. So unfortunately you're probably going to have to try it out for yourself, but I say it is worth a try just because there's nothing else like it. So that's my little review and my little routine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and thank you for watching. Bye guys.